My name is Scott Sewell. I'm a Principal Program Manager on the Microsoft Fabric Customer Advisory Team. Today I'm excited to show you how you can take the data from your Dataverse environment and take advantage of Fabric to combine those tools together for data science, data engineering, and of course with it, reporting and analytics through Power BI. Now in this case, I'm looking at Dynamics 365 here. And Dynamics 365, all the data is of course stored inside of Dataverse. Now I'm seeing my accounts and resellers table, but below the scenes in Power Apps, I can go to the Maker app and explore how to configure that account table for my application. But I've got a new feature available to me now called View in Fabric. I can click that and open up a shortcut to Microsoft Fabric where the data is now visible in Fabric from Dataverse. Now I want to point out it's an important distinction because I'm creating a shortcut to the data, not a copy of the data. And now I can report off of this data, I can view it and extract it, run analytics across it without having to go through the process of creating copies of it or seeing copies being replicated or data going stale. Every time I run the query, I'm pulling the data from Dataverse. Here I see inside of Fabric in a lakehouse, we see the list of tables that we have shortcuts to. I've just configured a handful because these are the ones that I'm interested in from my particular organization. Now see the account table, and I can go and open it up and explore it using tools like notebooks, or I can open it up and explore it using tools more familiar like, for me, a SQL endpoint. I can see the data. If I open up the SQL endpoint, I can see how I can connect to this data. Here's my account table. I can run a SQL query against it, run that, and I've got all the tables, just the normal things that I would expect. I can also connect to the same data using tools like Microsoft SQL Server Manager. Again, it's just a SQL tool. I'm running the query. When I run the query, it goes to Dataverse or to Fabric, and from Fabric, it reaches back into Dataverse and gets me a copy of that data at very, very high speeds, and it's very efficient to do it that way. I can also say that a lot of times I'm going to be bringing data from Dataverse together, but I want to combine it with other systems. Like in this case, I've got my AdventureWorks ERP system that I've brought tables into the lake. And inside this lake, inside of Fabric, I can combine the data from my ERP system with my data from my CRM system and do amazing things with that data as well. Now, if I go into this lake, I can see that I've got created views and I can run queries against it just like I could with the original, but now I'm combining data from multiple sources and also putting a finer cleanup on it so that I organize it for my users to be able to take advantage of it. I'm creating that self-service environment that users can then take advantage of. These queries are then available to me in models, and that model then more organizes how tables relate to each other and makes it a much better experience for when I pull that data into Power BI. Now Power BI is a part of this, but it's not the only part. Power BI is the analytics visualization layer, but I've also got tools like Data Factory. If I need to pull from another system that didn't support shortcuts, I could pull it in through that. I have Data Activator that allows me to take advantage of watching for events to happen and taking advantage of those events through a low-code, no-code approach, as well as the more robust tools like data engineering, science, warehousing, and even real-time analytics. Now all this data is then becomes part of my report, and that report then I can display the information coming from these tools. And again, I'm pulling it as a shortcut or a live connection back to the source data and not as a copy of the data. Really an amazing tool to be able to bring all the tools, all these tools together in a much simpler, easy to use approach that allows users to take advantage of all the data and focus on the solutions and not on just the building of it. Finally, once I've enriched it in Fabric, if I choose to, I can even go as far as creating virtual tables to bring that data back into Dataverse and take advantage of it there. An incredible suite of tools. I'm excited for you to get started on it. Thanks, and I look forward to hearing from you.